Welcome to Earthenkind Quests. My name is Mike. This video considers how the command spell can be tremendously powerful in Dungeons & Dragons, with the upgrades in the 2024 Player's Handbook. Command is a first level spell in the spell lists of a bard, a cleric, and a paladin, as well as in the expanded spell lists of a few subclasses. This spell featured prominently in some of the episodes of the video series of Nemesis Battles. Whenever it worked, then the command spell significantly changed the course of a battle. This first level spell forces a creature to make a wisdom saving throw or else to spend the entirety of its turn to obey a command. The command can be one of a few options of a single word, including approach, drop, flee, grovel, or halt. If the spell works, then essentially it shuts down the target for one of its turns. Additional problems could apply depending on what is happening within the surrounding battlefield. For example, if the target is forced to move with the flee command or with the approach command, then the movement could provoke opportunity attacks. The target could be compelled to move through or into a hazardous area or a dangerous position. The previous 2014 wording of command specifically prohibited the target from obeying a command that would produce direct harm to itself. Additionally, the previous wording mentioned that the target must understand the language of the one-word command. Those restrictions no longer exist in the 2024 version of the command spell. In this way, the spell can work on any creature that fails its wisdom saving throw. The target does not need to understand the language of the command, and technically it does not even need to hear the command. Rather, the spellcaster needs to see the target within a range of 60 feet. The effect of the command happens magically. The spell does not impose the charmed or frightened condition. Instead, the spell compels the target to obey the command during the target's next turn. During this next turn, the target cannot do anything else but to obey the command. Until this next turn will start, though, the target can use its reaction as normal. After this turn will start, then the target must obey the command. The new 2024 version of command is restricted to just those few options of the one-word command, instead of the previous 2014 wording that allowed for any choice of a one-word command. In my opinion, those few options of approach, drop, flee, grovel, and halt allow sufficient versatility for most situations. Moreover, with the fixed set of options, the 2024 rules are easier for all of us to follow without problems of how to interpret the rules. Another powerful part of this spell is with the upcasting. As a first level spell, command affects a single creature. A second level spell slot affects 2 creatures. A third level spell slot affects 3 creatures, and so on. When targeting these additional creatures, they can be in any location where the spellcaster can see them, within a range of 60 feet. Previously, the 2014 version of command restricted the upcasting to affect additional creatures within 30 feet of one another. Without this restriction, the upcasting can transform an entire battlefield within one round of combat. The command spell involves only verbal components and no material or somatic components. This aspect could be helpful in some situations, such as when a character's hands are full, or when a spellcasting focus is missing. A silence spell could interfere with a spellcaster's ability to use the verbal component of the command spell. Most spellcasters could find a way to escape the area of a silence spell unless another factor is keeping the spellcaster locked into a location. Just like with any spell, command potentially could be stopped by a counterspell. Furthermore, a creature affected by the command spell could be rescued with Dispel magic before the affected creature will start its next turn with obeying the command. I should note that a draconic subclass of a sorcerer can cast command with the metamagic of a subtle spell, thereby circumventing a silence spell and the possibility of a counterspell. The only major weakness that I can detect with the command spell is with the wisdom saving throw. Many characters and monsters happen to be strong with their wisdom saving throws. In these cases, hopefully the spellcaster can find other options instead of the command spell. What are your thoughts and suggestions about the command spell in Dungeons & Dragons? What aspects are effective versus ineffective? What aspects are fun versus frustrating? Please share in the comment section. As always, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.